ladies and gentlemen, for the 835th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called Jew, aka the Snake Hunter.
What up, bitches?
As well as the Black Hand of Mike, aka El Black Handay.
Yeah.
Me, I am Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
What's happening, y'all? What's good out there today?
Oh man, Mike, it's the greatest of things, man. Nice weather out, the birds are chirping.
Bro, what you talking? Look, I had the windows open last night. Fresh air in the house. Boy, couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Unit, you wake up and you got snakes in the basement.
I've always had snakes in the basement because I don't get on a plane.
Well, if you went and got on a plane, you'd take them with you, wouldn't you?
Stupid.
Snakes in the basement. I'm tired of these goddamn snakes in the basement.
I know about them because I found that snake skin, that about 4-footer, hanging out on the sidewalk.
Sure.
So I was like, I always knew they was down there.
Well, they're welcome to chill.
Plus, I found some babies a long time ago, like 3 or so odd years ago. So I figured there's like, family lived down yonder.
Yeah, man, you got Snake Haven down there.
I got one this morning, but I got one more peeking out at me. That one this morning scared the shit out of my ass because he was legitly like 1.5 foot from my head, like eye level. Like I just looked up. Oh Jesus, he's one of them. Like a little black snake. But I just catch him and let him be free and see if they can get back in the house. That's what I do.
But you don't tag him in a sense. You don't do anything to him.
Ooh, I should
be able to tell. Yeah.
Hey, put a blood dart in his ass or something, hanging out the backside or something like that. That's pretty much what they using.
That's gonna.
I don't think that's quite the route to go. I think maybe a little paint pen. You know what I mean?
That's gonna wear off though, man. I might have to use wire. Maybe I'll do a little hole and loop a little wire in his ass.
I don't think that's gonna do good. You're gonna kill that snake.
Nah, man.
Oh, well, Budgie go punch a hole in him and stick a wire through.
That's what they do, bro. That's what the damn doctor.
You gotta know where you're punching
Topinology do.
You are not a scientist, bro. You don't know how to do
that.
that.
The way their scales are, you'd have to get under a scale and plug a scale, not into the fucking snake.
Yeah, he gonna poke a hole.
Because you're gonna fucking stab the full fucking snake.
Man, I done hit him. I put a nail.
That's what they do with all the other fucking animals.
I put a nail through him and just left it in there.
That's what they do with the gators. Of course, they're dead when they do that on the gators.
So the other one, you got the lamp down there, which should bring it out because it's cool. It'll wrap itself around near a heat source.
In theory, that's the plan.
So
I got the lamp in the bucket, and I got the board leaned up against the wall, so he can just.
So are you trying to make it so that he'll get on the lamp, and all you have to do is just sort of go flip a switch and
what it
fall
sounds
in the
like,
bucket?
he did a fucking Looney Tunes trap.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get him to get close. I can throw the bucket. I can throw the lamp in the woods too with the snake. As you know, I don't use the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's just there for decoration and shit like that. And I ain't the decorator type, so I could be good with one lamp.
The decorator type.
Decoratable. I get rid of a table or something like that. I'll burn a table to make it even out. You know what I'm saying? Like get rid of a lamp, burn a table, and then you be straight. Then you have one table, one lamp. That one's fucking. Not needed anyways, you know what I mean? What Lot puts his drink on there, 45 minutes on Sunday, you know what I mean? So floor would suffice for that.
Yeah, you could put a bucket over there or something to be fine. I mean, like, you got a girlfriend now, so what the hell do you care about the, like, layout of the house and having it be presentable as shit?
That was my aunt told me I need these lamps, I need more shit, you know what I mean? That's where that all came from, because I didn't never need the lamp, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's all you need is the lamp.
But most houses have pictures and shit up and
most people have lights.
That's also true.
That's what you don't have.
I got the light there. It's not my fault I got to board up the windows, bro. Like, that's coming down soon.
Yeah, but
now, you got light, but you don't use light.
You don't
like
well, light costs money, man. Electricity. I like this light right here where you open the door and the light come in.
But you don't like the birds out there saying
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then they be yelling at me and shit. Like using up my electricity. This ain't your electricity, bird. Shut up. Find the worm. Find the worm. Leave me alone.
Ain't there any worms out there for you to fucking cook
I
that
can
goddamn
talk bird too,
loudmouth?
bitch.
I can talk bird too.
Goddamn loudmouth ass birds. Hey,
Fucking
put some
bird.
worms in them mouths.
Yeah.
You got
Shut the fuck up.
Or find them stink bugs that floating around this motherfucker. Start gnawing on them motherfuckers. Do something with your life.
The what?
Stink bugs, man. Goddamn birds.
But that's just it. They don't eat them.
I know, fuckers.
Nothing
Nothing
eats
needs a stink bug. What the fuck they
Except
even
a
here for?
frog that's over there in China.
Nah,
A China frog eats a stink
People
bug.
do. There's some people that eat them.
What?
People eat stink
man, they were
bugs?
making
Wait a
stink
minute,
bug
what?
meals.
Like pumpkin seeds?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't be real.
Like
I gotta look
seasoning.
this
I
up
bet
now.
people do eat roasted stink bugs, bro.
Oh, bro.
That don't surprise me.
With
But
a
I'm
little bit
just
salt,
saying,
pepper on it.
damn.
Oh.
You get that little stank funk?
Hey, man, you put a little of that stank
That
fuck.
might cook sweet, though.
You put a little sugar in there, and what you do is you do a dry rub stink bug.
Oh!
Stink bug sugar dry rub on
Yeah, a
your
little
swine.
brown sugar, a
Put it in-
little granulated sugar, a hit of garlic.
You smoke that thing. So what you're
Splash
gonna
of
do
salt,
is
pepper?
you're gonna take your knife, you're gonna turn it sideways, you're gonna crack this here piece of garlic. Then you're gonna chop it up in little tiny pieces. Then you're gonna mix that in with these here stink bugs. You're gonna crack them up too. Put them in your Cuisinart and blend them up real nice. Now you're gonna throw in half a cup of white sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar. Now you're gonna blend that up in your Cuisinart some more. Now we take that thing here, we're gonna dry rub this here butt. Now we're gonna stick this butt in the smoker for the next 6 hours, and I'm trying to tell you what.
It says stink bugs are not poisonous to humans, but when crushed or chewed, they often release a liquid that is very foul taste and odor that causes stomach ache.
Can't is the cancer of habit.
But it says prepared as a snack in some groups in southern Africa, the stink bug is delicious and a good source of protein and antioxidants.
How? How, Sway? If it's getting white people sick as fuck, how the fuck the average just start gnawing on them and shit, man?
Doing this more than you.
Oh, let's see here.
Halfway.
And then why the
Fuck is
Africans hating on your
Zimbabwe.
black people like that if they their own breed? If they can just eat stink bug like it ain't nothing.
African Americans can't eat stink bugs, but Africans can.
Apparently. Apparently.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone can.
Oh, so wait a minute. They have to remove the stink glands first.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
So you gotta remove a fucking gland from a goddamn
Off that little
bug.
Bust out the
thumbnail
tweezers.
size fucking animal.
Bust out the
lot
tweezers
of
and the
work, bro.
magnifying glass. You get in there, pull out them stink glands.
That's a lot of work, man.
delicious. A stink bug with no stank is delicious.
But it says it has a lot of protein and non-essential amino acids.
Well, what you do is you do fried rice with a little bit of stink bug. Stink bug fried rice.
Look,
Stink bug crumble.
look, it's like Cheerios. It
Stink bug
contains.
crumble.
Look,
Put that on top of your apple dessert.
it says
Apple fritter, apple stink bug
I
fritter.
got an apple stink bug fritter, dog.
so. Look, it
That's what I'm
says
talking
stink
about.
bugs also contain cholesterol lowering fatty acids.
Oh
and
man, see
several
they healthy as
antioxidants.
fuck, bro. How big is the gland, bro? I can't
How
be
hard is that to
I
pull?
can't be D-dicking a stink bug. I don't think to eat it
You
though,
said
man.
D-dicking?
That's what I think it's really.
D-dicking.
Yeah, they call it a sweat
That's
gland.
how
I
he
think
thinks
that's his
of it.
penis, bro.
Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah, they all have penises.
They all got penis.
Every one of
They call it a sweat. Yeah, they're all like the seahorses, man. They
They're
can just
asexual.
Asexual. They got vag. They got
just-
vag
they
and
just
and
split.
dual.
They just split. They're like, hey,
That's
eat
why they
this
got.
dick.
That's why they got two of them. One is the vag and one is the
He
dick.
said, "What's the stupid ass?"
They just think it's glands.
They're all hermaphrodites.
Sorry, Dr. Oz ain't figured that out yet. You gotta do more research, Doctor. You ain't got the answers, Dr. Oz.
I've been doing this more than you.
It's not giving me. It's not saying.
Cause you don't got the answers, Dr. Oz.
It's not saying how big the gland is.
You ain't been doing
It's gotta be hard
But
to
they're
take that
saying
out, bro.
that the average.
Google,
Oh wait a
Google
minute.
that. How you
Hold on.
remove a
Maybe-
sweat gland or
Maybe
stink
if
bug
you're-
gland from a stink bug? I
Maybe
bet
if
that's in
you're-
YouTube.
You might just be lucky. You might be able to just pull the wings and the gland comes with them
I
or something.
think, okay, from what this diagram looks
Probably
like,
come up with an automated machine that can stamp them out real quick. You know what I mean? You just put them on a line and bring them through.
all right. So the gland, if you got a stink bug upside down, stink bug has 6 legs. All right, you got the 2 front legs and then the 2 in the middle. The gland is under the armpit of the 2 in the middle,
Oh man, that's dead center, bro. What the hell? How you getting any meat out of that?
and that
You
little
gotta
tiny
fold them
thing.
back and pop that thing out of there.
Stink bug is 1.7 centimeters big, so your thumbnail. So the gland has to be a couple millimeter, like a millimeter.
Yeah.
That you're pulling out. So
How do you
basically,
even see that
basically
there, man?
you just got to pull from what it looks like it's connected to that fucking.
Bring me one of them
middle
there
wall.
stink bugs from that room there, Felicia. Let me look at his ass.
I'm gonna pull his legs
I
off.
got
Hope
one
his-
flying
You
around.
can see what
hope
happens.
his
We gon-
stink glands come
We're
with it.
already de-stink it.
De-stink
Tell me
it,
what this tastes
de-stink
like. Hey, tell me what this here stink bug
and then you
tastes
go take it
like.
to work and have somebody try
Yeah,
it.
because it looks like it's connected to the actual. So if you pull that leg out, you might be able to pull the leg and the gland all together.
Oh, you should just pull his leg out. That ain't too bad. You just de-leg his ass.
But still, doing that to get however much. How much you need
Nah,
for like
what
a
you do
fucking.
is you
I don't know
set
how
up
many peanuts you
salad.
usually eat when you're eating in peanuts.
Nah,
You know, when you're
yeah.
snacking on
set up a
peanuts.
machine, right, that lasers them in half. Because you're making them into tiny little pieces for food anyway. So you set up the machine that lasers them in half and just burns and cauterizes away the stink gland that's on them legs. So you just basically slice them right down the middle and take the legs and the stink gland out all at the same time. Middle legs, stink gland gone. Now you just drop the rest of them down here into this here blender like a Cuisinart.
Blender or deep fryer.
Large size Cuisinart, and what you do is we gonna make a panko breadcrumb crumble here. We gonna mix this here up with some panko breadcrumbs. We gonna fry some chicken. I'll try to tell you, come with a honey mustard, you ain't gonna know what happened to you, bro.
Put a
I'm
whole
trying to
new
tell you.
term of putting some stank on it.
We put some stankless stank on there, mixing it up with some
Get you-
panko
Some
breadcrumbs,
stankless stank
Little
fucking
butter.
fried chicken.
Oh, man, I had
olive oil.
something. Damn it.
salt and pepper.
I was thinking something about fried chicken and mustard. And honey mustard or something, man. I don't remember what time that was, man, but that was a good ass song, man. Damn, that was a good ass song yesterday.
So you
or
want to
Friday.
sing honey mustard and chicken?
Oh, no, but you just said that. I was thinking about fucking something about fried chicken. All I can remember hearing my boy down below me like, man, you ain't right, motherfucker. God damn. It's fried. I don't remember what beat it was. It was damn near like 1 o'clock, so I don't even, you know.
Who was with you? Was the boy with you?
Now my boy at work.
All right.
Like I was at work in the lift up in the air.
I see, he coming up with something.
I think it was something about.
You need to learn to record yourself. When you get in the zone, bust out that phone and start
I
videoing
know.
yourself.
Well, I needed a phone to see what I was doing. That was my light. Something about rubbery chicken, honey, or mustard. Don't put no mustard on no chicken.
Don't put no mustard
care
on
if
your
there's honey in
it.
Damn it, man. The other thing I was thinking, all right, how mad would you be if you was at the Milli Vanilli concert when the CD skipped, bro?
I mean,
I don't know if I would've been mad.
I don't think I'd have been that mad.
I wasn't mad when fucking it skipped to begin with.
I went in with low expectations. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm like, it's Milli Vanilli, man. I'm trying to fuck this chick I'm here with. I'm not here to see Milli
I
Vanilli.
say that at work and motherfuckers like, what? Who?
They weren't they're too young.
People don't know references, man. I was hanging out with some friends of mine that are like older than us, and then one dude was like, "Yeah, I can't keep up with your show. Y'all got the references I don't know nothing about." Yeah, you know that Cardi B shit.
Sorry, we old.
But now he older than us. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about."
Oh, come on, he gotta get shit together. Then.
Yeah,
I
nobody-
ain't got nothing to say for that then.
I don't know how to deal with it. I just keep making the show I enjoy.
really, if you want to look at the reference, you can pull up the reference. Like,
But who's gonna do that? Like, in fairness, like who's gonna in the
if
middle
you
of the show
really
be
want to
like,
be
Who is
interested,
this
if you're,
booty?
yeah, if you're
We've
interested,
almost referred everybody in the world.
yeah,
It spoke of everything in the world.
we,
800 some odd episodes. I'm pretty sure we've touched almost everything,
We're touching
bro.
everything.
We have
I'm pretty sure we touched just about every goddamn
we've
thing.
touched a lot of stuff, for sure. We have bastardized a lot
Like
of things.
this one chick I work with, she didn't know who Blank Man was because we got a dude
Oh,
that I
Lord
call
Jesus.
Blank Man at work.
What is her age?
She's 56.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You ain't been doing
But,
education.
you know, I say, man, we were talking and we were
Well,
laughing
she's
about.
56. She had to be, what, 30ish? When Blank Man came out?
Yeah.
40 maybe?
No, no. When
20s.
Blank Man came out, if you say 56 now, she'd have been, I don't know, 28?
Yeah,
What was
something
that,
like
90s or 80s, Blank Man?
90s.
Blank Man was in the 90s.
Probably 95,
Early
96.
90s,
Yeah,
yeah.
everything was in the 90s, really.
There was a lot of good stuff in the 90s, but we were kids, so we think of everything as being good for men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Yellow Pages and fucking.
And that's the problem. We came out at a good,
1-800
we came out in a
collect.
good,
You remember
in a good
1-800 collect?
genre or a good span of years. So everything else sucks.
But that's what the kids nowadays think. Like your boys in there, like, man, I live the best time to be alive. I'm on this video game here, hanging out with my friends.
Talking to your friends and shit.
That I don't get to see. Like we think we had it better because we would hang out with our friends when we played video games.
Yeah. You had to go over, plug up the controller.
Yeah. Like
And be trying to beat the game, actually beat a game,
like
not
when
fucking just do dumb shit on
like
the
when
game.
GoldenEye came out and we started playing GoldenEye 4 deep with our friends. Like that was like
was the shit.
That was some crazy
That
stuff.
was the game.
Yeah. That was the game.
See,
that
my
was the
shit
game.
was
There were a
Def
number.
Jam Vendetta because you could play 4 players.
There were
it was on the
number-
PlayStation joint.
There were a very high number of
Any of them
games,
games where you can
on a
rack up
64.
two to four players on the same screen.
Yeah.
Legendary.
If it did a 4-way split screen, or you could have 4 motherfuckers going, like if you were doing like Mario Kart.
Yep,
Like
yep.
motherfuckers love that Smash Brothers shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know
Like,
why they don't do. Did they do that? Can you not
What?
play? Can you play 4 deep on Smash Bros on like the Switch and shit like that
Yeah,
nowadays?
you can.
I would imagine.
You can do it now, yeah.
But it's all
But it's only
interconnected.
with the Switch, though.
It's on the web.
Now with the Switch, I don't know if you can play against other people.
Like is it split screen or are you just playing everybody online?
It like so.
It has its own screen.
with the Switch. So
Yeah,
you
it's
play.
like a little Game Boy, right?
It's like a
Sideways,
big
pretty
Game
much.
Boy.
But
It's like
with-
an iPad
With
turned
the
into a
Switch,
Game
you
Boy.
can have it on the TV.
Yeah, you can play it
So
on
you
TV.
play all 4 people. It's one screen with all 4 of y'all.
Yeah, but you have
on the
to
same
have
stage.
You got to have those Switch controllers.
Yeah, you gotta have the Switch controllers to play that.
which is essentially you have your own Switch,
Yeah.
right?
No,
If you've
not
got the
necessarily.
controllers?
Because the controllers you can buy separate, and all you need is just one fucking side.
Man, I'm so out of the loop. I don't even know.
I never even fucked with
when
Switch.
I got my kids to Switch, I got them the Mario joint. I'm like, yo, but I got them extra controllers because I'm like, yo, we can all play because all you need is just one side. Because the controller is the same fucking buttons on each one of them. But if you take one off, you have your own separate controller to play the Mario game, like a little fucking tiny
Right.
Nintendo fucking controller.
Right.
Is what you basically have in your hand. You know, so
I mean, I've seen the setup, and you know, it's funny. Like, I sit here and like I've like my life has changed since I started doing the podcast videos on a
Yeah.
simpler tip, where I'm just like, we spend as little time as possible doing this.
yeah, you gotta make it efficient.
Yeah, and now I've got like other time to do other things, and you know, sometimes I think, boy, it could be interesting to like get a video game going. You know what I mean? But
Bruh.
like, I still don't want to take the time for it.
I haven't done that, but I've been feeling the same urge like yesterday when I went and got my eyes done. I was like, you know what? Because GameStop is right next to the place. I'm like, I haven't played a video game in a while. I might go home and try to play a video game.
Well, you know
But
what?
instead, I went home, did laundry, cooked dinner, and fucking got my shit together for the
You're
next
so
day.
grown ass, domesticated ass
You
motherfucker.
know, like, fuck. I didn't play no video game. I'm thinking about playing a video game today, knowing damn well I know I'm not going to go home and play the video game.
Well, for me, I think that really, like, I probably won't get into video games again until Grand Theft Auto 6 drops.
yeah,
And
that's when I want to definitely play.
Yeah.
And that's when I'll get a new system.
I'll get whatever the new system is I need
That
for
shit, I
for
don't
that.
know though, man. I think I'm gonna be disappointed in that game.
Why? How do you feel?
Because I
How
was
you feel?
disappointed in 5, man. There's not really
What was
all
wrong with
that
5?
much you can do. You can literally sit down and
It's
beat
the-
Grand Theft Auto 5.
You gotta play it
with all
online.
3 characters, fucking like story mode.
You got to play it online. That's where all the wild
That's
shit
where all
is.
the wild, yeah. But see, I
That's
don't play
where
it
the Wild
online.
West is.
I played the game because I don't like getting online doing all that shit.
Yeah,
But why you gotta be online to actually play the game? You know what I mean? What the fuck?
There's more to do in the online version.
Yeah, in the online world of it, there's a fuck ton of shit I've seen.
And
fuck ton
a
of shit
buddy
that
of
can
mine,
happen.
a buddy of mine told me that you could like change the amount of people that you can interact with to none online. So then you can go on and do the missions that they have online. That's all
Yeah.
kinds of new shit, where they got like heists and all sorts of stuff. They spent like a decade making other missions that are online exclusive that are not a part of the game.
Yeah.
You remember when you had Red Dead Redemption and you got like the haunted, like
Yeah.
the zombie thing or whatever that you could do too? That's like an online thing, but they've got like 30 or 100 of those different
You know, I never
things.
played that other second part of that.
I haven't either, but like
Like, I got it, but I haven't played the second
That,
part.
the
of it.
Nightmare
Yeah.
Zone? I
Yeah,
played
Red Dead
it
Nightmare
one
Zone.
time, man, and then I
you said it was hard, and I never
it was
gamed.
hard as fuck. Yeah, I think I traded that game in, damn it, because I've been looking for that bitch. Because I wanted to I wanted to play that game
Red Dead Classic, the original Red Dead, like on PlayStation 2.
with the revolver.
Yeah, well, there was Red Dead Revolver on PS.
Oh, yeah, right, Red Dead
PS2.
Revolver, yeah.
And then there was the PS3 had Red Dead whatever, Redemption.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Is that the
Is that
one?
what it was called? Yeah.
That was the one before the one he just bought that he didn't like because of fishing.
Well, because the newest one, the fishing pissed him off and he
Yeah.
didn't play it again.
Fuck.
Yeah.
When fishing should have been the last stuff that you did.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No, hell
He
no.
wanted
You
to fish
fish
in
in
the
real
water.
life, dog. Like, what is that? That's like you going on there and trying to bang chicks. Like, what am I gonna go bang chicks on here? I'm not
That's
trying
like
to bang
fucking
chicks in real
Grand Theft
life.
Auto in the strip club.
So I'm saying, like, why would I be at the strip club in Grand Theft Auto? I don't ever go to the strip club in Grand Theft Auto unless it's like part of the fucking mission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they're like, yeah, we're going to the strip club, I'm like, all right then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing these things that I want to do in real life and on the video game unless it's like racing a car in the streets, running from the cops, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like, I'm not
yeah.
going to do that in real life. That's what the video game is for.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what Grand Theft Auto is amazing for. Like, what the hell? Let's have a shootout with the DEA.
Yeah,
what
just
I'm
go to
saying?
town, blow up
Yeah.
a whole bunch of police cars
the
with a
bullshit.
tank, run over them and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and escape in a helicopter or a jet.
Well, maybe I'll look at that then. Playing online.
Yeah, check it out, dude. Expand your
But
horizons.
then you be yelling like your boy.
Yup.
Nah, I don't give a fuck all
You're
like that.
gonna be like in the middle of another. Damn it!
I'll just turn on Ghostbusters.
You can't hear me.
Yeah, that new joint's about to drop here soon, isn't it? Should be coming out next week.
What, the movie?
The new Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been playing the game.
They got a game.
They got a couple of them. For the Xbox. It's like new age though. It's not really like the old. They got one game where it looks like got like the old school characters with the brown outfit and shit.
Shit, I remember
It
the
sounds
fucking
like-
You mean like the
Ghostbusters
cartoon?
game.
Like the real Ghostbusters
Like
cartoon?
the real Ghostbusters had they were wearing the whole
Yeah.
outfit. Yeah, I guess this was almost. But this is like this.
I remember
The
it
game
was
I got
for,
like newer. It's got young cats and shit, young characters, and it's all
Is it based on the movies? The new ones?
maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing that game with, I think it was Nintendo. Yeah, it had to be Nintendo when I had that fucking game.
Well,
Because you got to drive Echo 1.
There was the original game,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
8-bit.
Yeah, I played it with Nintendo. I
I never
remember
knew
that.
about that.
Well, like my boy had the Game Genie, and because you know when
Oh,
they
fuck. I remember the Game Genie.
when you-
God damn.
when you would climb the stairs, because you know how in the movie they had to climb the stairs
Yeah,
to get to the
yeah,
top of the building.
yeah.
There's a whole sequence where you have to dodge
You gotta
ghosts
dodge,
and climb
yeah.
stairs.
Yep.
And when you got Game Genie, you could make it go like mad fast, like you put it in like turbo mode. Because like that shit was like dink 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 dink
Yep.
up the stairs, walk across, up the stairs, and I don't know how many levels there were in that
It was a
motherfucker.
rack of that
but
shit.
it went and went and went. So he got the Game Genie and was like clickety click.
The Game Genie was a shit. I remember there was a controller. You could change the speed with the controller. There was a knob on the controller. You could click over like, instead
Well,
of
it had
having
the
to press
turbo
A.
button.
Yeah,
And, like, there was like the slow mo button, which would just hit pause for you over and over and over
Yep.
again. So like you were moving, but it was hitting pause so fast that
I
you
never
could
had the Game Genie neither.
slow it down. That was a special controller. That wasn't the Game Genie. That was a special
the
controller.
controller was tight because when I had Contra and that fucking controller, I didn't have to worry about fucking keep pressing the button. Shit, I just cut that motherfucker on and let that shit go. That shit was fire. That's when I was able to beat Contra was with that controller.
I tell you, that stuff was a good time,
Man,
man.
nostalgia, man. Like, look, yo, no lie. Got up, got my shit together to get here, fucking hopped in the motherfucking truck, and I got satellite radio, right? Bruh, fucking MC Hammer's Too Legit to Quit was on. That shit took me way back. Hammer don't get enough credit, man. Motherfucking crap. Look, no, listen.
Hammer
listen.
did some real damaging things for himself.
Hold on, yes, but look, Hammer don't get credit for the shit he did because Snoop wouldn't be the fucking mogul in commercials and shit had it not been for Hammer. If Hammer didn't do all the commercials and shit, Snoop wouldn't be out here doing shit with fucking Martha Stewart and fucking who else? Martha Stewart, Bic, the ovens, the smokeless ovens, all the shit Snoop got going on, the Snoopy-O's with Master P and
Snoop
shit.
got a lot going on, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
He marketing though. He trying to
But
get that shutter.
Hammer did it first.
But Hammer, the reason everyone learned from Hammer is because Hammer fucked up and lost all his money.
Yes, because he had too many motherfuckers he was paying for.
He was taking care of a whole fucking
And
village of people.
I get what he was coming from, like, yo, I'm gonna take care of my peoples, but he didn't know when to say no to the peoples. Like, you gotta say no.
He didn't know how to utilize the group of friends he had while turning down the group
Exactly.
of people that he had that he didn't have real work for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like if we got lucky and got real money for this show and I got to hire a couple people to help do some things,
Yeah.
like literally, quite literally, I could maybe fill 3 positions.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna make the videos and you're gonna do them like this and you're gonna market. And I'm out of everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have anything left. Like that's why I say maybe 3, because maybe I come up with something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I had like a lot of money to spend, I wouldn't need a lot of people to spend it on.
Yeah,
Just
but
'cause-
Hammer,
but-
I'm giving you your flowers, bro. Ain't nobody giving you your flowers. I'm giving you your flowers. Because everybody clowned him, was like, oh, he all commercial. But then he got with Death Row and then
That's because
started
he's too
doing,
legit to quit.
he started
Nah, hold
doing
up.
Pumps in the Bump.
Yeah, pumps in a bump.
Pumps in a Bump was fucking hilarious. Pumps in a Bump off of Funky Headhunters. He went from Too Legit to Quit, Can't Touch Us to Pumps in a Bump. Pumps in a Bump. We like the girls with the pumps in a bump. Pumps in a
And
bump.
the fucking video is
The
ridiculous.
video was fucking stupid,
He's
though.
wearing a fucking banana hammock.
But my aunts, boy, they loved it. When Hammer had the banana hammock on, that was it.
Fucking Hammer.
Out there, man, just fucking.
he went from parachute pants to just a banana hammock.
Yep. And some saggy jeans and fucking the Atlanta Falcons hat.
He's like, I'm gonna give you everything to the imagination and then nothing to the imagination. He's so ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen the Pumps in a Bump video, there's a real probably reason for that, but you should check it out. It's worth a gander for just a moment, just to see just how far Hammer went to try to make himself continue to be too legit.
Well, that's what happened when you got to Death Row. They had to, we got to change your image. Now you with Death Row. You can't be doing this party and shit.
Nah, label is not Death Row on this.
It's not Death Row. He wasn't with Death Row yet?
It's not Death Row. It's showing Giant / Reprise.
Huh.
I don't know. I have to look into it more.
Because I know he went with Death Row for a time. Because him and Tupac was tight.
I don't know about any of that.
Oh,
I don't
what?
think he was with Def Jam.
Yeah, no, he was
Or
with.
Def-
I'm telling you,
Death
man.
Row.
Yeah, him and Pac. Pac was trying to help him with another album to come out and shit, man. I remember all that from back in the day. Went from Can't Touch Us and Too Legit to Quit. Remember the Addams Family joint he did?
Single peaked at number 3 on Billboard.
What was it? They
Pumps
say what
in the
they,
Bump.
say what they want to say, do what they want to do, live how they want to live, play how they want to play.
Pumps in the butt.
The Addams Family, and then he went straight to Pumps and a Bump. Pumps and a Bump. Where are the girls with the pumps and a bump? Either way, I'm still giving you your fucking flowers, Hammer. People disrespecting you, man. You started a commercial.
People they ain't putting respect on your name.
Respect on your name,
Put some
Hammer.
respect in your name,
Put some
man.
respect on your name, Hammer.
First single off of Funky Headhunter, which represented a departure from Hammer's previous pop image. Track contained samples from George Clinton's Atomic Dog. Original music video, Hammer wearing nothing but a Speedo and dancing suggestively alongside numerous swimsuit-clad women, which resulted in it being banned from MTV as it was considered too graphic. And too much hammer dick
What?
in this. There's too much hammer dick in this.
Too much hammer dick.
too much
hammer dick in the
We can't have all this
video.
hammer dick in this video.
Hammer dick, bitch. He's like, oh, whoa, Hammer, put that dick away.
He's
man. We
like,
cannot
put that dick away.
Put that dick away, bro. That's too much dick for 5 a.m. fucking 5 p.m. show, bro.
That shit is not making it on TRL.
Oh, shit. It was making on BET Uncut, though, back in the day.
Thought they just called you the Hammer, bro. You can't be doing that.
Out here swinging on bitches
Put
in
that
the
bitch back in
banana.
your pocket, man. Put that thing over your shoulder or something, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
That ain't
man.
how a Speedo's supposed to be.
Ain't supposed to look like that, bro.
Why that motherfucker?
That ain't how a Speedo's supposed to look.
Well, would you take that gas station
This
pill,
video is
motherfucker?
too graphic.
You know, I got the answers,
You
bro.
took a gas station pill before you did this video, motherfucker. What the fuck's going on?
I know. Get that Rhino Hammer.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Hey, the 90s was wild, man. A whole lot of shit going on. 90s was good time for all.
90s for sure.
Had a surplus, fucking man. We was doing good. Motherfuckers had money. We was gravy. Got here spending money like we ain't, like it was gonna never run out and shit.
It was nice living in the 90s.
Fuck yeah. Had a blast, man. Fucking the movies, the music. You could, every genre of music was on point. Every fucking shit, dumbass shows. Like, you had Springer, Maury, all them came out during there.
Shout out to Springer, man.
Montel.
I watched the shit out, Jerry.
What's the little fat bitch?
Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake. Sally Jesse.
With the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donahue, the dude with the glasses.
Oh,
started it all.
yeah.
Donahue started it all. Then
I
Oprah came
forgot
in.
about him.
Then Oprah came in and took over Donahue's spot.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
everybody tried to be Oprah.
Yep.
And then Ellen was a bitch.
And it, oh man, America's Most Wanted. Oh, yo, the intro to that.
I remember
joint?
that in Unsolved Mysteries. and
Yep. Oh, Unsolved
Unsolved
Mysteries.
Mysteries is the
That
shit.
was my dude. He come on, and tonight we are going to talk about.
Robert Stack.
He had that fucking voice, yo. That guy.
He had that scary voice.
Yeah, the voice
then
with that
the
music was
music, yeah,
perfect.
yeah, they
that
was-
was
they
the
was on
perfect
time with
blend of
that.
them.
They was straight on time with
that. There it is.
Freak you out music.
That was my shit. Yeah, Rescue 911
Tonight,
back in the
we
day.
investigate.
Because they bring it in here and say, that part, that wow,
Three
wow.
murders.
That's what it is. All right, here we go.
One witness.
That's what locks you in.
Yep.
When I was a kid, that down.
You had to tune in. You knew it was ready.
If I heard do 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 and I changed the channel, I was good. But if I heard but down.
This right here is like the perfect horror movie music that was never used. It was just for this show.
When we
The
make our
intro-
horror movie,
yeah,
we're gonna throw this in it.
This gotta be the bar. This gotta be what's just about to go down. You gotta have this shit.
Now that's
that
when
right
you're
there.
possessed. That's when the possession hits. Like,
Yep. Oh shit, about to go down.
like your head spinning on your body. Get out of his hand.
Shit's about to go down, y'all. When you hear the Unsolved Mystery music, man, it's about to go down.
We might have to kill Mike tonight.
That was back when wrestling was good.
Oh,
Yep.
wrestling really was the best in the 90s and the
That
early
was
2000s.
real shit, bro.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
doing insane shit, bro.
Stone Cold. If Stone Cold was there, it was all right. It was worth watching.
Ah,
If Stone Cold was around, it was a good time in wrestling.
man, I remember being a little kid and fucking when Ultimate Warrior shit would come on, I'm like, oh, he about
Yeah,
to
I mean-
fuck shit up. Or Legion of Doom when they came out. Oh, rush.
Wrestling was a shit back in cage matches and shit. And
We had good shit. And then I look at the shit now and I'm like, the quality, because everybody's on PC now. It's just terrible.
Yeah, if they had some good offensive pro wrestling shit right now, that
Right.
could be amazing.
Al Bundy, Married with Children, could not be on today.
Nah,
you could
most of that shit can't be on.
He
Living
needs
color.
to be on. That's what we need, though.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
need a modern day Al Bundy.
Oh, what?
We
Oh,
need
man. Al
today's-
Bundy was my dude,
Yeah.
yo. he was like the fucking, he was a drunk uncle that you're like, ah, man, here he is again. He about to talk his shit, but he funny as shit.
He's the drunk uncle we wish we had.
But that motherfucker, yo, the Bundys, they could throw down. Remember
Yeah,
when they
oh,
got
yeah.
to fighting in traffic? All of them could throw down. Not a single one. You ain't want to see the Bundys' hands.
Nah, you don't
'Cause
want
they
the
was
buddies to
going,
come at you.
yeah.
Because they're gang rape,
Yeah,
bro.
that's-
They hit you from all
Yeah,
angles,
yeah.
dog. They beat you down and then abuse you on the ground once you're
Yeah.
out cold.
Let Buzz little horny ass knock you out. He gonna rub something else on you too. He don't want them dick beaters on you, man.
you got one. Fat your fast.
Yeah, dude, that's what the world needs now.
Yeah.
Fresh take on some offensive shit. that just doesn't happen.
Right.
What they really need is just have the Man Living Color shit come out on HBO and put all these motherfuckers back in their place. Put all the ignorant shit that's going on in the
If
world.
they did a Wayans directed and produced Living Color now on like an HBO
Oh, man.
or Netflix or
You
something.
ain't shit. Ain't nobody
see,
doing
hold on.
nothing.
Who-
Stand-up's
who-
gone.
who could you get,
Stand-up's
though?
done.
It's not gone. It's not gone. It's just like
It's
you gotta
softened.
go. No, you gotta go for it. Like you gotta look for the good stuff.
here's
It's
the
out
thing.
there. See, don't sit here and act like that shitty ass terrible They Ain't Them Ones comedy tour we went
It's
to
always already
is
out.
representative of
Here's
what's
the thing,
going on
though.
out there.
Who would you have in Living Color as a cast now?
Bring back the OGs.
All the
Yeah,
OGs.
what
They're
I'm
all
saying,
alive.
The OGs, what I'm saying, but who would you be able to pass the torches to after the OGs?
Ain't
Like,
nobody.
You want it because no one's gonna. Only the gangsters are gonna pick up on that.
No, look.
and the rest of the world's gonna hate on it.
You bring back the originals and you do like a season or 3.
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna freak
3
out
seasons
about
in
it.
on Netflix or
but
something
you
like
got
that?
like, look,
Oh, yeah.
what does Jim Carrey do lately? Nothing.
Nothing.
What are the Wayans dudes doing lately? Not much.
Nah, I ain't
you know
doing
what I'm saying?
shit.
They're all available.
None of them. Thomas
Jamie
Davis
Foxx
is
ain't been doing shit.
Jamie Foxx, fucking
Like
David Allen
chick,
Greer.
David Allen Greer,
If they're doing
fucking,
anything,
all the Wayans.
they're doing stand up or nothing,
Yeah.
or like small movie roles here or there. They'd all be fairly available.
I mean,
I'd
that
bring
one
them in and be
had,
like, get to it, let's go, like it's
Oh, can
1993
you imagine
again.
what the Fly Girls look like now? They probably look
Nah,
good.
you have to get some young Fly
they
Girls.
probably looking good. Though.
Nah,
they
we
probably
get-
got some seasons.
nah, we bringing in the young-
Bring J Lo back and then all new Fly Girls.
J-Lo
that
be
would
the
be-
choreographer.
Yeah, no,
That'd be acceptable.
nah. Like we definitely get to get the young Fly Girls, but we run the old school dudes and ladies, everybody that was in the original cast,
Yeah.
and just run it with them and let them write it like you got no limits like you did back then.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want this shit wide the fuck open.
Yeah, because, man, Living
on
Color,
Netflix.
man, would throw shit in your fucking face.
Dude, we gotta get Handyman back in the mix.
Handyman
you know
was
what I'm
my
saying?
dude,
Like we
yo.
need these people.
When I showed my son and them the fucking shit, and he saw Handyman, and when that motherfucker said, "Oh," and he falls out the window to take off flying, my son was like, "Yo, y'all really were able to watch shit like this? Like,
Where
yeah,
you
boy.
came from? I didn't just
Like-
make it.
Like
That's
this,
Damon Wayans.
I grew up with this shit, boy. Like I was younger than you watching this shit right here. Every fucking
Handyman
every
shit.
Thursday night. And when that motherfucker fly in the air, he's like, "Andy man," and he wipes his mouth. My son's like, "Yo, Dad, yo, that's too much, Dad." And he beats the dude up in the handicap stall. Cause the guy in the wheelchair's like, "Man, I gotta go." And he's like, "Dad, for real?" I said, "Yeah, boy, this is what we watched, man. This was our shit, you know? Like, they don't make shit like this no more. Blazing Saddles. You ain't gonna get a Blazing Saddles out this motherfucker.
But we need it, man. We
Yeah.
need these things, man. That's what I'm saying. We need real comedy in
Poke
this world.
fun at the fucking bullshit. Like, if you poke fun at the bullshit, yo, everybody be able to be, and it brought up conversations. You be able to talk about
Well,
shit.
but it's like everybody's so like willfully offended. Everybody, it's like recreational outrage. Is a term I hear where it's just like this is what people do. They're like, let me find something to be offended by.
Let me be
and
mad
then
at this shit
raise hell
here.
about it instead of ignoring it. Like we used to say back in the 90s, you
Yeah.
don't like it, change the channel.
that.
Don't fucking watch that shit. Don't listen. You don't like the podcast? Don't listen.
Exactly.
Don't
It's that
complain.
simple.
Don't just,
If you don't
thumbs
like
down.
something, walk away.
Don't just thumbs down at every time something new comes out.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Move the fuck on with yourself. Find
Yeah.
something you do like. That's what it really boils down to.
Yeah.
Find something you do like instead of find something you don't like and complain
And
about.
complain about it and point it out like, I really don't like this shit. Here these motherfuckers are again. Well, obviously you gotta like it somewhat because you're listening again.
I mean, that's
or
the
you're
thing.
watching again. Like there is some kind of attraction to it for you.
But that's what it was for Stern back in the day. Motherfuckers loved to see what they was gonna say next, even
Yeah.
though they hated him or love him. If you hate or love us, you want to see what we say next because we're stupid.
Like, look,
Like, yeah.
They said,
flavor of love, flavor of love.
They
All
started
the
with shit
bitches
on the
out
floor.
here-
How is it not gonna get more interesting?
Yeah. Like it drew you in, even though everybody knew Flavor is an ugly motherfucker. These bitches can't be out here trying to fuck with this nigga.
No,
but them bitches was out there.
They all can, and it all happens like
And then there
that.
was a season 2. You know what I mean?
And then New York got her own shit.
And that bitch, boy, that was just a horrible hot mess. That's when I stopped watching shit. After Flavor of Love, my guy, fucking, I'm done with reality show. Flavor of Love was the only one I really was. I was actually into that shit because it was funny.
There were a couple back in the day shows that were fairly interesting, but like I don't know. I don't have time for that. I'd rather get a PlayStation 5 and play video games, man.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
now.
Than
Yeah.
watch reality TV. I don't even fuck with video games that much, but
Real World back in the day was actually good. I think the last one I watched was when this dude slapped the bitch. They called him gay.
but the
And he
real,
was really gay.
but the real world is the thing that started it all.
Oh, yeah, it definitely
ruined,
was.
It ruined everything.
Definitely was.
Like that was the
You got
catalyst.
these motherfuckers that nobody know to pay them nothing for 7 days to live in a house together.
And that's the thing. is
Real simple. Just see what people do
it's
together.
so much cheaper than a scripted program.
Absolutely.
That they're like, okay, well there we go, sold.
But if you look at some of the old people that used to do Real World, like one of them's a senator. There's another motherfucker that
Well, they're all over the place.
they're
Really.
all, yeah. Well, I be
They're
watching random shit'll come on. I'm like, yeah, I remember this motherfucker from a Real World.
One of
episode.
the bitches is on the Fox News. Another
Yep.
one of them does
That
like
was
the,
like the-
Entertainment
Yep,
Tonight.
that
Another
one
one's
there.
on the other program, just the entertainment shit at
Fuck,
night.
Joe Claire is a comedian who went from being on Real World to
Theo
comedian.
Vaughn. Theo
Yep.
Vaughn was on Road Rules.
Yep.
He's a
Yep.
huge comedian.
Yep.
Like, them motherfuckers is all over the place.
Like
That dude's funny
yeah.
as shit.
And, but
funny
some
as
of them
shit.
use that platform to get themselves into a different. Like there was one joint where
Get to that next stratosphere.
they were on the show and they got in trouble for drinking on the job because Real World got them a job, like they had to work, you know, and they got fired because they was drunk. They were like they're sitting there like, yo, we don't want to deal with these kids. Like we didn't sign up to work in this like daycare or whatever, and they showed up to work drunk and they're like, yo, y'all been drinking? They're like, yeah, we've been drinking. We've been drinking since this morning. Like, fuck y'all. They're like, oh, y'all are fired now. Okay, cool. And that dude went on. I think his name was Cyrus. He went on and became like he was one of the first people to ever get paid to play video games. He was in video game development. He's like, man, I get paid all day to just play video games. That's what I got paid for. After I did the show, I got into this company playing video games, and they paid me all day to play video games. That's how I made all this fucking money. I was like, God damn. One of the first to ever fucking do that shit.
Can't is the
Yeah.
cancer of
Different times though back
The
then.
slogan doesn't say, just try it. Oh, okay.
That's basically it. Like, all right, I'll go ahead. Let's see what happens with this shit.
Yeah, give it a whirl, guys. Give it
Yep.
a whirl. Like, you know,
Now these motherfuckers, all you gotta do is go on a show and fucking act stupid. Be like, fuck you, bitch, and then throw a bottle at somebody.
I mean, hell, some people are getting some shine just for being fucking crazy in public.
That's also true too.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
People are getting all kinds of angles. And I mean, I don't, it's funny. Like, I do this shit because I like doing this show. Like, I
Yeah.
like hanging with y'all, doing the thing, and having the laughs and all that jazz. But, like, all the things that you would do to, like, promote the show, I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't even feel like doing any of that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just doing what I like doing at this point.
Just having a good fucking time.
Fuck it. Let's
If you
go.
listen, you listen. If you don't, you don't. Like, motherfuckers ask questions, but like, here, tune in and check it
Right,
out.
I'm like, you share. I ain't
was
got
it?
time to share.
Who was it? It
I
was
got other things to
somebody-
do.
Fuck, I can't remember who it was, but I turned them on to the show, and they was like, "Yo, I seen the joint where y'all sitting on the couch, man, and y'all talking about. I think it might have been the paranormal joint. Who? Oh, it was my cousin. My cousin. Shout out to my cousin out there from Arizona, man. Appreciate you, Pat.
Oh, out in AZ? That's what's up?
He said, man, my cousin Spencer turned them on to the show. He was like, yo, I seen y'all do y'all's thing. He goes, man, y'all doing good. I'm like, hey, appreciate you. Thank you. You know, good. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, you might not listen to it all the time, but at least you tuned in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I ain't knocking it. Like, fuck, you know.
Yeah, you ain't gotta listen to everything.
Nah.
Nobody does. Like, if you listen, have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully you enjoy the show. Because I
Yeah.
tell people all the time when I get my card, I'm like, I do this show. It might be offensive. It might not be. Hopefully you'll find it entertaining.
Yeah.
If you don't find it entertaining, hopefully you'll have a nice day. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, sweating this shit. I'm not trying to browbeat people into listening to this motherfucker. I'm like, we be doing this.
Yeah.
You want to listen, man, we gonna be doing this.
Yeah, it's
You know
a
what I mean?
think tank, a fucking therapy session, the whole fucking nine.
It's an emotional growth podcast.
Yeah.
Like Lisa was like, what if y'all did an emotional growth podcast?
Oh.
Bitch, we've been doing an emotional growth
Check
podcast.
this out. Talk about some growth. So this motherfucker, man, had an incident with a client. Tuesday or it had to be Thursday this week because Friday was a good day. Man, I go to this motherfucking spot. First of all, I hate going there because I gotta park on the street. I gotta park behind the building, park on the street, throw all my hoses over the fence, stretch every last hose I got, which is 60 feet altogether of hoses. to this fucking tank to pump off fucking antifreeze, right? I do my usual routine. I throw the shit over the hose or over the fence, stretch the hose out to the tank, get my stinger put in the tank. Now they got cones. They got 2 cones with a chain on them, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? Let me set this up right now because I got to go back to my truck to get my cone because I know if there's not a cone near this hose, these fuckers are gonna run over this fucking hose, right? So I take the cone. It's by a car. I stretch it as far as I can across my hose, so you can see the chain is pulled.
Right.
Hose is out. You know what I mean? Cones are here, and I'm gonna go get a third one. I'm gonna set right on the other side of that one right there, so that we got 3 different cones here.
I already know what's gonna happen, but tell it, Mike. Tell me
I go
about
out the fence, walk back to my truck. I look up, motherfucker runs over the hose. I'm like, well, okay, I can't do the job now because they damaged my hose. Let me go in here, tell them what happened, and tell them how this process happens after this, right? So I go in the building. As I'm walking in the building, the bay door opens up again. That same motherfucker that drove over it once drove over it again. And I'm like, okay, you can't be that ignorant, but fuck it, whatever. I go into the parts room. I say, hey, excuse me, can I let y'all know, gentleman just rode out of here, ran over my hose twice. By law, when these hoses are damaged, I cannot use them again. It's against regulations. I cannot use these hoses. So what my company does is we replace them and we send y'all the bill. And then, we get reimbursed. And the guy was like, okay. I said, okay, who is that person I have to talk to about this? And he goes, I'm that person. Cool. Can I get your name? He goes, man, I can give you my card. I said, all right, cool. Appreciate you. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and, do what I got to do and I'm going to head on out. He said, oh, you can send the bill, but we ain't going to pay it. And I'm like, again, okay. Fine by me.
Not my problem.
I don't give a fuck.
When y'all don't get your oil or your antifreeze or whatever picked up, it's gonna be
it's your problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I already know this. So
Don't
I'm like,
pay your
whatever.
bill. I don't give a fuck. I don't like coming here anyway.
Exactly.
Fuck you think I care about that? You
Man.
think you gonna make me mad by not paying the bill and I don't gotta come here no
Exactly.
more? Bitch, please don't pay the bill. Fuck you.
That's exactly what he just said. Word for word.
That's what you want to say.
Is what is going on in my head right now.
Fuck.
So I go out there and I was like, I gotta take pictures of everything. So I get my phone and I'm out there taking pictures and I'm laughing like, yo, this motherfucker gotta be a complete idiot. Like, how the fuck you run over this bitch twice, with the cone that's right here? Because they had to get out and move the cone because
to drive over the hose?
Exactly. So shit was moved. You know what I mean? So you seen the shit there. So I'm taking pictures of shit, right? The dude comes out, he comes walking down the ramp with his chest all poked out. I'm like, oh, he's on one today. Okay, that's cool.
Fuck you got hoses out here my way for.
So he looks, he goes, oh, those are our cones right there. And I'm like, it's a caution cone. He goes, no. Those are our cones right there. There's nothing listed on them saying stop or anything like that. It's a caution cone, bro. It's a traffic cone. That's what it's called.
It's to indicate to you to pay attention. There's something around here you should be aware of.
I said, anybody under the sun sees a cone, they're going to stop and take aware of what the fuck's around because there's a cone set up for a fucking reason. So he was like, oh, we ain't paying nothing, blah, 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 blah. And he steady going
They
off.
all trying to get hard on you and shit.
Yeah, so
you gonna have to fix your hose and you want to come back here. I got hoses, bro. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, so I'm looking at him like, hey, man, look. You can take the attitude up with me like that all you want to. I was letting you know, I can't pump your antifreeze. You're going to have to get somebody else to do this. Then he turns around and looks at me and goes, all right, that ain't no problem. Get the fuck off my fucking property. And I looked at him and started laughing. I'm like, yo, you a funny dude, man. Like, man, and back in the day, I would have really fucked you up for some dumb shit like that coming out your mouth like that. But today, I'm going to laugh at you because you stupid, you little big bitch. You know what I mean? So I'm laughing at him. Call my boss up like, hey man, I had an incident with a client today. Just to let you know, he's like, I already got off the phone with him. I'm like, damn, he called you that fucking quick?
Yeah, I ran over your homie's hose, and he talking about I'm gonna have to pay for that shit.
Yeah.
The fuck kind of shit is that? What, you think I'm gonna pay for some shit I broke? You must have lost your motherfucking mind.
So I'm laughing about the shit, right? So I'm telling him,
hey, cuz, hey, come here, cuz. I ain't paying for shit, cuz. Get the fuck out of here. Go on and hit the bricks. I'm gonna hit this jack right quick. Fuck you, cuz.
Yeah, so I'm talking to my boss about the shit.
Hey, look at me here, blood. Fuck you.
And I'm telling him, like, look, man, I'm not dealing with these fuckers no more. I'm not coming here. Don't bother asking me because this motherfucker was an asshole. Like, I wasn't a prick to this motherfucker. I gotta say if I was a straight dickhead to him, but this motherfucker was a dickhead to me, so I don't feel like dealing with this client no more. He said, man, Mike, let's cooler heads prevail.
Calm down, Mike. You know you're going to have to come back.
And I sit there like, motherfucker, I am calm. I'm just telling you, fuck him. He said, Mike, so you think we can do this next week? I said, no. I'm not doing this next week. I already told you. I'm not dealing with the motherfucker. That's on him to get his shit out of there. Like, fuck him, right? So he's like, oh shit, the guy's calling me back again. I don't give a fuck. So he calls me back. He's like, hey, is there any way you can get this tomorrow? I said, I just told you I'm not going back there. I can't anyway, even if I was supposed to go back, I can't. Because he ran over the fucking hose, they're damaged. I cannot use these fucking hoses today, motherfucker. What don't you get? Like, you're not listening to what the fuck I'm saying. I said, you know what, nah, I'm not even gonna argue with you because you being a yes man to this motherfucker right now. You done bent over backwards, so now you taking the dick. Cool, whatever. So he goes, we're gonna send the other guy out there. I'm like, you can send him out there, that's cool too. I don't give a fuck. I told you I wasn't going, right?
Take him off my list of motherfuckers I fucks with.
Exactly.
I don't fucks with him. We
So
done.
then the motherfucker texts me when I get back to the shop. He's like, hey, future reference, let's just be more careful where we put the hoses at. And I'm like, where the fuck? There is no other place to put a fucking hose.
See, that's a boss that's ignorant as fuck, doesn't know what the fuck's going on, hadn't asked
Exactly.
you about the situation at all. Fuck that motherfucker too.
Bro, I done sent pictures to this motherfucker. He's like, you gotta be more careful. There is no other place to put these hoses. There's no way to get onto their property. I have to be in the road. My truck is in the road with cones set up in the road so cars can go around me because for some odd reason, if you don't have a cone setting out behind your truck, even though your hazard lights is on, motherfuckers will set behind your fucking vehicle the entire time. It's something in the water in Northern Virginia. It's the Potomac water in Northern Virginia.
People are stupid. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to bring this episode of the Mason and Friends
sheeple.
Show to a close. If you're a sheeple, try to get your shit together. Think more for
No
yourself.
shit. Think outside the box.
Think for yourself.
You know?
Think for yourself.
Please do.
Please. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Check on my snake.
Oh, yeah,
nice
yeah,
to
you
people
gotta check on your trap.
Jew gonna check on that Jew hunter.
Happy Irish Day too for all your leprechaun fucks out
yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah,
St.
fucking
Patty's Day.
made up day for motherfuckers to get drunk and act stupid.
Amateur holiday.
Don't be ignorant
careful.
tonight.
They was ignorant
It's
yesterday.
ignorant weekend, dog. This is a
Yeah, I
weekend
know.
St. Patty's Day. It's from Friday to Monday,
Them
dog.
motherfuckers is already out down the road.
What, the boys?
Nah, fucking ignorant people at the bar.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
getting it in. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. Please check out old episodes as well as new episodes.
Like, share, subscribe.
That's right. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Little bits by little bits, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving forward.
That's right. Keep grinding on the things you're trying to get done because that's how things get done.
We believe in you.
That's right. Don't forget, we love you very much.
Love y'all.
We wish you nothing but the best.
All day, every day.
And peace be with you.
Peace.
Gone.